What's up, everybody? It's Coach Ken from The Healthy Pharmacist, and today I wanted to talk to you about a follow-up system that Trenny and myself use that has totally changed our business. So when we talk about helping people, we always talk about that the first step in helping people is to build relationships. If you're not building relationships, you will not have any success in this thing of helping people in this Beachbody. So building relationships is great. But if you're not following up with those people that you're building relationships with, you will not have any success. The times that people join us are usually in the 5th to 12th exposure that we talk to them about Beachbody, because they start, the first time they may not understand, so they start watching us. They start building information, like they take the information you keep giving, and they start building that. And then as we go along, we find out what they're scared about. We find out what their goals are. We give them third-party tools. And then usually they'll decide to join in the 5th to 12th exposure. So if you don't have a follow-up system, you're not going to have any success. So before, we used to have pen and paper follow-up systems. And that's fine and dandy the first or second time you follow up with someone. But the 3rd, 4th, 5th time, you might have to be flipping back months at a time to try to find, the dates written down. And it tends to lose people. You just don't have the way of keeping track of them. So I'm going to share my screen. And what we're using is a website called Asana. It's at asana.com. The reason why we love this one is because it's absolutely free. There's some other ones out there called TeamZ and some other ones, but they're about $29.99 a month. Which, if you can find something that works for free, then let's do it, right? So the first thing you want to do is go to asana.com, and then you want to create a project. So when we want to do a project, we have different projects in our actual Asana account, and I'll show you that in a minute. But say we want to do Facebook follow-ups. Facebook follow-ups. If I can type today. Okay, so then let's create that project. And then maybe we want to create another one called Coach Follow-Ups. So maybe these are people that became coaches, and now we want to keep making sure they're getting through their training, so we're following up. We want to have a Challenger follow-up. And then maybe a Coach Prospect. Coach Prospect. So now we have all these different projects. And say we start talking to someone on Facebook. We don't add everybody in Asana that we're just talking to, because we're trying to talk to as many people as we can to build friendships with them. So every day we try to reach out to almost 20 people a day. And most of those people don't talk back. They're people we really don't know, but we will get 2 or 3 people a day talking back and we found something that we have in common with, so now we're building a relationship. Out of those 2 or 3 people that are talking back, maybe 1 or 2 of those will turn into a relationship about health and fitness, because they start watching what we're doing. They start seeing that we're posting about working out. They start seeing that we're posting about our nutrition, about having fun, about building teams, things like that. So a lot of times it will turn into health and fitness. When we find out that they have a need, and when I say they have a need, maybe they don't like their job, so they would be a good coach prospect. Maybe they have 10 to 15 pounds to lose, so they would be a good Challenger follow-up. As soon as we find out they have a need and we start talking about things, that's when we put them in here. So say we have a person named so right now I'm in Facebook follow-up. So maybe I started talking to Shirley Smith, and Shirley told me that she has 14 pounds to lose and she just wants more energy. So I don't need to put notes down here about what she needs to do, because in Facebook, under the messages, Shirley Smith's message would tell me that. So anytime I go to follow up with Shirley Smith, I just need to click on there and scroll back up into the conversation to find out actually what Shirley Smith needs. We use this just to basically make sure that we have an assigned date that we're going to follow up with Shirley on. So right here, you can assign different people to who's going to follow up with Shirley. If you're the only one that's going to be using this account, it's only going to be you. But we sign, I just sign myself. and then I'm going to pick a due date. The way I pick a due date is if I'm having a good conversation with Shirley and we're talking back and forth every day, I'm going to actually schedule it for the next day. Because when I sit down to do my power hour, I'm going to go through and I'm going to see everybody I need to follow up with. And I want to make sure that I go back to Shirley Smith's conversation and make sure that I add something to it, or if she didn't respond, that I ask her another question. Because we always want to be ending our whatever we're talking about with an open-ended question. So, so basically I do that. Say that Shirley comes in and she tells me she wants to lose 10 to 14 pounds. She doesn't have any limitations or injuries. She only wants to work out for 30 minutes a day, and she's willing to cook at home. Now I know maybe she wants to do the 21-day fix. So now I'm going to ask Shirley, hey Shirley, if I sent you a video on a program that I think you'd really love, would you watch it? And then down here, oh no, not right there. Right here, I can actually make a tag. So once I send the 21-day fix video, I can make a tag and put it in here that I've sent Shirley Smith the 21-day fix video. So there it just popped up. So now when you have, when you start to get hundreds or 200s of people in here, you can actually say the 21-day fix is at normal price, and then on the first of the month it went on sale. And Shirley Smith knows she wants to do it, but she just didn't have the money at the time. Well, I'm going to make sure that I'm following up with her at least once a month to see how her journey is going. But when the 21-day fix goes on sale, now I can search all the tags and I can pull up everybody that I've ever sent the 21-day fix video to. So I can go back and I can ask them, hey, I know it wasn't right at the time, but it just went on sale. We're starting a group next week. Would you want to join us? So you can actually search just by the tags you make. We have different tags. We have, any third-party tool video, or maybe it's a nutrition guide, maybe it's Michi's Ladder. Whatever we send out on a regular basis, we have tags made to actually add to the people's follow-up accounts so we know what's going on. You can also go down here and put notes. So maybe you want to put a note that she wants to lose 14 pounds. We don't put those notes in here because Facebook is saving all that information for us. We just have to, Brock's one of my new challengers. He's killing it. I can go back up and look at any time and see what Brock wants to do, what I talked to him about. So I don't have to spend my time putting comments in here. So let me switch over to our normal account here, because I want to show you what it looks like when a whole bunch of people are added and what we can do on a daily basis. Before, when I would sit down to do my power hour, I would go to do follow-ups and I would just be flipping through pages and pages of papers, and it was just miserable. But now Asana just pulls up a list and I know exactly who I need to follow up with. One by one, I just go through, I go through the conversations, I see what we talked about last, and I get going on, I keep it going. So here is our actual different projects. If I hit Team Calendar, I can go to today, and I've done most of our follow-ups today, but Trenny has some by herself that she is gonna do. So Melissa's another one of our challengers, and once they become a challenger, we put in there Melissa Griffin - Trenny Challenger. So we know that Trenny's gonna follow up with her and she's a challenger. So we can go through and make sure that she's being taken care of. So here's today's things. So once Trenny follows up with Melissa, she's gonna go ahead and choose another date. So maybe Melissa's going great. She's been doing this for, about a month now. She's been doing size. And maybe she doesn't need to follow up tomorrow, but maybe she needs to follow up a week from today. So now we just changed that date from a week from now, and now it's September 11th. So on September 11th, Melissa would pop back in here so Trenny could re-follow up with her. There's a possibility that Trenny talks to her every day, but and she doesn't have to come in here and update this every day. This is just gonna make sure that no one falls through the cracks. So, if I'm sitting down to watch a baseball game, I could be talking to Brock, Trenny can be talking to Melissa. We're texting back and forth, we're calling her, and we don't have to go back in and update this. The only time we do this is when we sit down for power hour and we see, And if we talk to her all week, there's no reason to reach out again. We've already done our job. We just want to set it for a reasonable time frame when we want to follow up next in case she does fall off track. So like tomorrow we have 8 follow-ups. The next day on Tuesday, since that was a holiday, there wasn't very many. We have quite a few. If it's a blue box, that's my follow-ups. If it's a head, both of us, that's either one of us can follow up. And then we have Trini's follow-up. So it makes it very easy. And like I said, some of these people, they're just people I just want to keep building that relationship with. Danae, she's pregnant right now, so she's not starting any programs right now. She's just trying to keep on track. And so once a month, I just want to reach out. How's your pregnancy going? Tell me what's new in your life, things like that. So when she's ready after her pregnancy, after she has that baby and she gets released from the doctor, I've already had that relationship built with her. So, hey Morgan, I'm making a video. Come here, come say hi. No, you don't want to? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm almost done, okay? Thank you. Okay, so guys, this is so easy. We've recommended it for a couple people to start using this, and after they started using it, they've said, holy cow, this has changed my world. Because, like I said, when you sit down, it's not like you're confused on who you should reach back out to. It's just a list of people, and you just keep clicking this, and you keep moving them forward, and you keep building that relationship, and you keep following up, and you keep giving them third-party tools, and it's so easy. So just, if you don't have this system, you have another one, that's fine, but you have to be building the relationship. So hopefully this helped you. If you guys are going to start using it and you have any questions, let Trini or myself know. It took us a little while to get used to it, but I mean, it was actually, this video is going to make you get used to it, and then you just have to actually do it. So if you're doing this, you will have success. Build the relationships, keep following up, turn them into challengers, get them challengers to the goals they wanted to do, get them in as coaches, get them in the community, and get them, the success as coaches. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.